So everyone, welcome back. This is a short video, a second video of a documentary about how China is coping with the recovery after the coronavirus outbreak. This is all about China's getting back to normal life, normal as much as possible, and how they're dealing with all that. This specific video will be about getting out and the process of being able and allowed to get out of the door. My friend Temperance will explain that process and what she has to do in order to gain back her freedom to walk on the streets of Beijing. If you're interested in that topic, do subscribe to my channel. Do stay tuned, and we're going to give a lot more of these impressions in the weeks to come.
Good day to you from Beijing. So today is my last day of the 2-week mandatory home quarantine. And as you might have already known, here during the quarantine, I need to report my temperature one time a day, both through the mini program in WeChat, and also I need to call the compound committee. So in this video, I will show you how the government here, they will measure like if I am qualified to go out and what are the process that I need to go through. So let's start. So here is my name, and here is check my personal myself healthy status. I can also check others, but it's just others use my account, and I need to insert their ID number. Then I can check, but it needs to do their facial recognition. So if I click mine, you will see something funny. This is me yesterday, because yesterday I was curious about my situation, and I checked. So I mean, because I'm very close to finishing my quarantine, so it will not scan my face again, but normally it will scan my face and recognize it's me, that I am checking my own health.
So Temperance talks about face scanning and basically face recognition used in the application, the health application, in order to identify that she's the person putting in the data in that application and not someone else. Now, this is very, very normal in China. And as you could see from her reaction, she thinks it's interesting, it's funny, it's cool. This is quite normal in China. For us in the West, we might feel a little bit scary, privacy data, what's all this about? But for China, face recognition, face scanning to identify people has become the new normal in 2019 and will become everywhere in most applications that Chinese are using this year. Now, we will be changing our mentality globally, but China will be the first country. Anything in our wallets, whether it's our identity card, our driver license, our loyalty cards, our credit cards, payment systems, anything in our wallet will soon be replaced by face recognition. Just because it's so convenient to do it, you don't have to carry anything around anymore. And Chinese crave and they love this convenience, and that's why they're using these applications. I believe this is starting in China. It's going to become the new normal of China, and in a couple of years from now, we in the West will start adopting this technology too. Whether we think it's cool or not cool is a different debate, but I believe it's so convenient that people will start liking it as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So far, I have finished 14 days of checking in my temperature. The next thing I will do is I will call the compound committee to tell them and also ask about the process about yesterday, how I can get my finishing quarantine certificate. 哎，您好，我是打过来报我的体温，我是那个12街坊16号楼的沈梦。36.4今天，然后对的 tell me the process tomorrow morning. After I got up, get ready, I can just go out, which sounds great. Then I will go to their office, so they will issue me a certificate to declare who I am with my ID number, and also it will state I finished my quarantine. So of course, before I go out, one thing mandatory here, still in Beijing at least, I need to wear a mask to protect myself, also be responsible for others. Finally, beautiful sunshine on my face. So this is out of my apartment door, and this card you can see, it has the date that I come back, and also where I come back, Serbia, and when I will, the 14 days is the quarantine time, and here is when it will be finished. And also you can see my signature and also the community office phone number. So basically, if I have something like ask for help, I can. So this is the compound I live, and as you can see, we don't have all this green part before, but because of the outbreak, it just blocked all the possible entrance and leave a few available. So I will show you how I can enter. So all the residents in this area, we need to go through one gate only, and we will get our temperature check, and I will need to show the code to get in. This is the entrance of my compound. You can see they have blocked all these ways so that people can only come through here. And before, we don't have all these. Now the Chinese is saying which street it is, and this is particularly for the special time. So you can see there is a guard in this small place, and then on the table there is a thermometer.
I want to zoom in for a moment on the lockdown situation in China. As you saw from these images, I mean, Temperance has been living in a quite small apartment in very old buildings, 7,500 people living in this compound. I mean, all confined to very, very small spaces. And so basically for 1 to 2 months, most of these people, most of these Chinese had been stuck in a very small environment. This is not easy. And so the sacrifice that hundreds of millions of Chinese did over a period of 1 or 2 months was actually really, really big. It helped China to actually cope with the crisis, to make sure it wasn't a bigger disaster than it already is, to make sure that the rest of the world could actually have some delay in coping with it. And so that sacrifice is not often talked about, or not talked about often enough. Now, next week we're going to talk more about the applications and how people are using QR codes and apps to get insights and information on how to deal with the world after the outbreak, meaning the recovery period of China. Stay tuned, and next time we'll have a lot more videos on this life outside of the gates of these compounds.